In 1606, a child was born in the city of Leiden, Holland, who would one day master light and shadow so skillfully that he could bring human souls and character to life with his brush. This child was Rembrandt van Rijn, the legendary master of realism and Baroque art. Let's explore 10 fascinating facts about him. Fact 1. The Star of Leiden is born. In 1606, a child was born in the city of Leiden, Holland, Rembrandt van Rijn. His childhood was far from ordinary. His father was disciplined and strict, teaching him the rules of life, while his mother was loving and nurturing, encouraging young Rembrandt's creative imagination. This family environment became the first source of inspiration for his artistic journey. Even as a child, Rembrandt carefully observed the people and daily life around him, discovering the emotions and character traits that would later appear in his works. Life in the narrow streets of Leiden, combined with his family's support and modest expectations, shaped the boy who would grow to become one of the greatest masters of Baroque art. Fact 2. The young artist's first steps. As young Rembrandt grew, his interest in creativity also increased. He briefly studied at Leiden University, but soon turned to painting to discover his true talent. At a young age, he became a student of the famous Amsterdam painter Peter Lasman, gaining deep knowledge of color and composition. There, he learned how to depict historical scenes and human portraits with realism. Every brushstroke helped him develop his observational skills and understanding of human psychology. These years provided the first hints that Rembrandt would become one of the greatest masters of Baroque art. His education and early practice laid a solid foundation for his entrance into the art world. Fact 3. First independent works. After his apprenticeship years, young Rembrandt began creating his own independent works. He quickly gained recognition by painting portraits and historical scenes. With every brushstroke, he sought to bring human emotions and character to life. The city's wealthy residents started purchasing his works, and Rembrandt's name spread across Leiden and Amsterdam. These early independent works provided the first evidence that he would become one of the greatest masters of the Baroque era. At this stage, Rembrandt was developing not only his technique, but also his storytelling ability, shaping himself into an artist capable of captivating every viewer with his paintings. Fact 4. Mastery of light and shadow. Rembrandt did not limit himself to painting realistic portraits. He began perfecting his own style by skillfully using the interplay of light and shadow, known as chiaroscuro. In each of his works, light tells a story while shadows reveal deep drama and emotion. He portrayed human facial expressions and feelings in a more vivid and impactful way through this technique. This unique approach set him apart from both his peers and his clients. In Rembrandt's paintings, light and shadow were not just technical elements, they were the true protagonists of each artwork. During this period, he showed the first signs of becoming a future giant of Baroque art. Act 5. Love and family life. In 1634, Rembrandt married Saskia van Eulenburg. Saskia was not only his wife, but also a model who inspired his art. They had 4 children, though many of them died in childhood. These personal losses deeply affected Rembrandt's work. His paintings began to reflect both love and sorrow. His relationship with Saskia provided him with personal happiness as well as creative support. Family life and personal tragedies made the emotions in his paintings more profound and impactful, with each brushstroke conveying the intertwined feelings of life and death. Fact 6. Financial struggles. In the later years of his life, Rembrandt faced significant financial difficulties. The wealth and success he had once achieved quickly diminished due to his expenses and family responsibilities. His debts increased, making it difficult to maintain his lifestyle. As a result, Rembrandt had to sell his house and possessions, even parting with valuable art collections. Despite all these challenges, he never gave up on his creativity. In fact, life's crises added deeper drama to his art. His works began to reflect both his personal losses and the social hardships of the time. Rembrandt's paintings were not just portraits and scenes, they became windows into his state of mind and life experiences. This period was both a severe trial and a creative arena for him. Even amid debts and hardships, Rembrandt never set down his brush. Instead, his mastery of light and shadow became even more refined, giving his works a deeper emotional impact. Each painting became a witness to the union of life's harsh realities and artistic expression. Fact 7. Peak of his career. Famous works. The peak of Rembrandt's artistic world is clearly visible in his most famous works. The Night Watch is one of his most renowned pieces, depicting Amsterdam's historic atmosphere and the city's protective militia with dramatic lighting. This painting is not just a portrait, but also a story reflecting the individual character and emotions of each figure. Another work, Self-Portrait with Two Circles, demonstrates how masterfully he analyzed himself. Rembrandt conveys not only his physical appearance, but also his emotional state and the influences of his time. In every portrait, he used light and shadow to focus the viewer's attention on the main subject, keeping the surroundings as dramatic background. These famous works distinguished Rembrandt among both his peers and patrons, cementing his place in history as a legendary master of Baroque art. Each painting tells a story, and every brushstroke reveals his profound observational skills. Fact 8. Deep and observant character. Rembrandt was not just a painter, he was also a deeply observant individual. He carefully studied people, their emotions, character, and the finest psychological details, and reflected these insights in his brushwork. Every portrait he created was not merely a physical likeness, but also a depiction of a person's inner world and life story. He was equally passionate about observing nature and daily life. By portraying the lives of villagers, city dwellers, and wealthy clients, he transformed the social and cultural landscape of his time into art. Rembrandt's character was both empathetic and critical. He observed everything closely, missing no detail. His approach to art mirrored his personality, sensitive, observant, and at the same time bold. He conveyed not only beauty, but also life's harsh truths, the depths of the human soul, and emotional complexity in his paintings. These qualities made Rembrandt one of the most profound and influential artists of the Baroque era. Fact 9. Later years and life's challenges. The final years of Rembrandt's life were difficult both personally and financially. Debts and losses weighed heavily on him. During this time, Rembrandt worked not only for his artistry, but also as a lesson in life. His paintings reflected sorrow, loneliness, as well as deep understanding and empathy. This period added greater depth to his creativity and brought more drama into his works. By maintaining himself as an independent artist, Rembrandt portrayed the complexity of the human soul and the various shades of life in each painting. These challenging later years contributed to his growth as both an artist and a person, leaving a lasting mark in history. Rembrandt became not only a great painter, but also a symbol of facing life's difficulties with creativity and resilience. Fact 10. Death and lasting legacy. In 1669, Rembrandt van Rijn passed away in Amsterdam. Throughout his life, he experienced both great successes and hardships. While his physical presence ended with his death, his artworks became immortal. Rembrandt went down in history as one of the greatest painters of the Baroque era, and his works continue to captivate millions of people today. His paintings are not just visually stunning, they are windows into human psychology, emotions, and life's dramatic moments. Every brushstroke, combined with his mastery of light and shadow, showcases Rembrandt's keen observational skills and his endless passion for art. Rembrandt's legacy holds a permanent place in both the art world and cultural history. His works inspire future generations, awaken the spirit of artists, and allow viewers to better understand the depths of the human soul. Although his physical presence ended with his death, the name Rembrandt van Rijn and his masterpieces live on eternally in history. Rembrandt van Rijn left his mark on history not only with his brush, but also with his spirit. Despite all the challenges he faced in life, he amazed people with his art, transferring emotions and life stories onto his canvases. Every portrait and historical scene allowed viewers to feel the complexity of the human soul and the atmosphere of his era. His legacy lives on today, inspiring future generations, awakening the spirit of artists, and guiding new creative talents. Rembrandt's world, in the harmony of light and shadow, shines eternally in our eyes. His story shows us that even in the face of adversity, creativity and passion can immortalize a person. Every brushstroke, every detail-filled painting reflects Rembrandt's life lessons and his endless love for art. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming exciting videos. Share in the comments which of Rembrandt's works you love the most and what lesson you've learned from his art. Let's continue to explore the beauty of the art world together.